My name is Ori, a city boy from Auckland and ex-Olympic swimmer, now trying my hand at this YouTube thing. I'll show you my life here in paradise as we build a future that me and my family love. We'll build stuff, grow things, cook incredible food from what we have around us, and go on the most amazing adventures. Welcome to Tide and Timber. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. I am getting organised, as you can see, to go out for a dive. I've been doing a few things around the house. Yesterday I finished off getting the lawns done after spending the entire day trying to get my tractor working, which managed to do, obviously. Got the lawn sorted, so now I get to go out for a dive, which is great. Pretty simple kit. I'll show you what I'm working with. Pair of Rob Allen fins. These are the Scorpio Evolution. They're alright. With my swimming background, we usually use fins that are much shorter, so it is a little bit of getting used to working with those, but they do alright. My spare gun. This is a bit of a story with this one. So a good friend of mine actually gave me this as a birthday present, which is super cool. It's a Weddy 110 double band, and yeah, no roller or anything, no reel on it or anything, but it does the job, and I've had some success with that already, so it's been great. Mask and snorkel, pretty simple. Just a nice little GoPro mount on the top there, camera mount. In here, this is where I chuck my fish when I catch them. I've got a couple of knives. I've got my little measuring tool and kinda smasher you've seen me use, and then yeah, like I said, I've just kind of repurposed this boogie board, chucked a little box on top for my fish or my mussels, whatever I catch, and then over on the other side is a little 3-prong, which I haven't actually got out and used yet, but I do plan to, and who knows, maybe today's the day. But yeah, jobs are done and I'm ready to get out there and have some fun, so come along, we'll show you what that's like. no, that was a fun dive. Viz was shocking. I kind of wasn't expecting that, but there's obviously still plenty of fish around. You guys saw what I got up to. For me, that was pretty successful. I've only just really gotten into this spearfishing thing quite recently, so that was a successful day. And yeah, came home with 3 fish, a couple of kahawai, blue mau. Happy days. I did see a really decent sized trevally out there, but just wasn't in the position where I could do anything with it. And I just also found I was kind of struggling a little bit with my lower back. I've been battling a bit of pain in the lower back since yesterday working on the tractor. But that was fun. That was heaps of fun. Cold, starting to get a little bit cooler in the water, so I don't know, I might have to look at upgrading my wetsuit at some stage. But it's plenty warm enough for a short dive. I just got to make sure I maximize the time that I'm out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. So things didn't quite work out as goodly as I wanted it to. Things didn't work on the original plan, so we're back to the drawing board a little bit, and now I've got some new timber for the bracing on the side of the garage. So we'll give that a go. I also picked up a new wrench set at a garage sale. I'm filming and my wife is trying to talk to me now, and I think she wants to have a proper conversation, but she doesn't realize that I've got my microphone on and I'm filming stuff. But there she is. She's coming over again, waving, smiling. Hello. So I feel like the jobs I'm doing here, some of them, it's success is not always linear. Sometimes you start a job and you think, yeah, I'm full of motivation and ready to smash it out all on a weekend or an afternoon. But, lo and behold, you get partway through the job and realize you're missing a key piece of information or a piece of equipment, a tool, something that would make everything just that much better. You don't have it. So things grind to a halt. You get busy with life and then you've got to come back and do it later, which is kind of what's happened with these pull-up bars. But here we are. I am back, and fingers crossed, the changes and the tools and whatnot that I needed to complete this, I have them all now, which means that this should go pretty smoothly. Famous last words. And look, I can't even get the bloody pull-up bar off the off the bolts. There we go. And last one. Good. Back we go. Wish me luck. I don't really have much of a plan. I'm just trying to figure things out as I go along. So, for example, what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to chisel out space for the head of our bolt to sit in, because obviously since changing from the original pieces to these thicker 150 by 50s, we've only got a little bit of clearance on the other end. So if I can drop it down a little bit further, get that head of the bolt in there, obviously it will mean that we've got more to play around with on the other end, get a bit more bite on that. You right? So we're on the home stretch now. We've got to tap this on, trying to get all 4 bolts in at the right time. Takes a little bit of work. Oh yes, we're done. So that's the outdoor gym setup done. Finally got the pull-up bar installed. Like I said, there was a few little changes and tweaks to the plan, but we got it done. I didn't actually film a lot of this, putting the dip bars in, but it basically follows the same process as what I did with the pull-up bar. These were a bit easier to do. I didn't have to get any wooden brackets or anything. They've just gone straight into the studs behind the corrugated iron. So I made that job easier. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. It was a bit of a mission, to be honest. So there was a bit of fiddling around, trying to make the fit right, getting the bolts to line up and little things like that. You know, someone more skilled than me would find it pretty simple, but I am working through a lot of this stuff for the first time. So, you know, you make those mistakes and you hopefully learn from them. But real happy that it's done now. And, you know, you can see it's a good height. I get a little bit of lift off the ground. You know, there's no deformation or anything in the wood. It's all solid as. So yeah, I'll be spending a lot of time on here doing workouts, exercising, whatever, practicing my calisthenics, trying to get stronger, trying to get more capable. So yeah, I'm glad to have finished that job. It's another one I can tick off the list, and thanks for checking it out. So sing out if you've got any questions, let me know. If you want to see any workouts, if you want to see how these are used, how I use them, what sort of exercises I do on them, be happy to show you. But yeah, thank you guys. Cheers.